Hey, it's Sarah. You ready for this week's astrology? This has been an interesting week, hasn't it? And we have some really nice things happening in the upcoming weeks. This week is going to be a little bit more intense than last week, though. So I'm going to quickly highlight the more important or more impactful events for the week, and then I am going to do full mini scopes for each sign. So be sure and watch or listen to your sun, moon, and rising sign to get the biggest picture and get the most information from this video. As we begin the week, we're still in Capricorn season, keeping us on point with professional projects and pushing us to get shit done and really watch our spending while we're doing it. We're also dealing with miscommunications, delays, and small little hiccups this week with Mercury still in retrograde. And this is, of course, my take on the energy and the astrology, and because of that, it may not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass this on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. Okay, now back to what we can expect this week. On January the 9th, Venus in Aquarius and Mars in Gemini come together, bringing your creative drive and desires into focus. This energy is passionate and exciting. Most everyone will be more optimistic and happier as we begin the week. You're more idealistic and you're ready to believe that things are going to fall into place, believe that you can conquer that mountain and that you can get shit done, which is what we need. We need that optimism so that we can get moving and we can tackle those things that we've been putting off. Mars also ends its very long retrograde in Gemini on January the 12th. And FYI, this will be one of the luckiest days of the year for Libra natives. So while you think that January is starting rather slow and your career is not doing what you want it to do and you're having issues with some relationships, don't worry. Things are about to flip for you and things are going to fall into place like magic. So be sure and make the most of this day, Libra. So as Mars finally stations direct and ends its retrograde journey, we feel the energy shift and the mental fog dissipates finally. And just like that, your motivation and focus returns and you're ready to get shit done and ready to move forward. Hopefully we can hold on to all the important lessons Mars taught us as we integrate this knowledge into day-to-day life and update our plans for the future or make some adjustments perhaps on some of the big things we wanted to get done this year. Just watch your temper this week as you may be nearing the end of your patience with friends or acquaintances. You're not having it. You're not putting up with bad behavior this week at all, especially passive-aggressive or manipulative people. You're ready to end relationships, end friendships, just move past it. Mars don't play that, so just be aware. A few days later, we have Venus in Aquarius clashing with Uranus in Taurus, and this could strain your close relationships. Many people will be deciding to end problematic or unhealthy relationships once and for all this week. It's like you wake up and suddenly, as I say, the fog is lifted and you realize you want more. You're not going to settle. You're not going to be with somebody who doesn't respect you or someone who doesn't value you. This can lead to some major breakthroughs and also some major breakups. But I think more than anything, we're going to have revelations, personal revelations, and then revelations about how our relationships are playing out and what needs to be changed. So ride the wave of this energy and make those long overdue changes. Libra energy comes flowing in towards the end of the week and acts as a soothing, warm hug. We need time to relax and look at the bigger picture now. So take some time for yourself over the weekend and just relax and unwind, preferably at home with very few distractions because you're just going to need to recharge your battery. So don't plan a party. Instead, just spend time quietly resting and maybe doing a little bit of self-care. The big news, of course, is Mars going direct. And I think we're going to see a lot of forward motion with our goals and our big projects this week. Although, as long as Mercury's in retrograde, things are still going to be rather difficult to move forward. But after the 18th, it goes direct, and I think we're going to see some big changes there too. Things are going to flow a lot faster and a lot easier. Don't give up if this week is still kind of bumpy. We're getting there, okay? Okay, let's look at the mini scopes for each sign this week. Aries, this is your week to get shit done. You don't have time for much else though, and it might be wise for you to plan some downtime or time out with friends this week. You're unstoppable, you're ambitious, you're fired up, and you're ready to go. That's great, Aries. This is where you really shine. You're taking control and you're moving forward. But you also need some fun this week. So make sure that you schedule some time to just hang out and have fun. Taurus, you're changing everything this week. You're making decisions and rearranging your life. You may feel like you've been living a lie or you're not being true to yourself. So this is some really important revelations coming forward. You're no longer putting up with people that disrespect you or that don't value you. You're no longer working for employers that take advantage of you, and you're no longer hiding your authentic self. You're going to make some radical decisions as to what your next move's going to be this week. Everything will turn out for the better, even if it doesn't look like it right now. Clear out limiting beliefs and don't settle, Taurus. You got this. Gemini, this is a week where you relax and spend time with family and friends. This will recharge your battery and really help you move through some of these lessons that have been just popping up lately. You've had one challenge after another, and they haven't been dramatic, but they've been constant and they've been themed. So this is a week where you reflect back on that and you look at the changes that need to happen for things to flow smoother in your life. But overall, a good week for you. Like I say, you spend more time with friends and family this week and just really have a nice mellow week. You do need to watch your spending this week, as you probably overspent the last several weeks. So this is a week where you slow down and maybe even go a couple of days without spending any money so you can get back on track. But other than that, your health looks good this week, you're feeling better, and you're much more optimistic too. Cancer, it's time for you to look at the bigger picture. Look at where you are in life. Are you happy? Are you happy with the way things are going? Are you happy with your core relationships? And if you're not, this is the week you get real on that and you get clear on what you're going to accept and not accept. This goes from romantic relationships to relationships with your family to relationships just even with co-workers and random people in your life. You're no longer going to allow people to take up your time or take up your energy. You're going to put in some stronger boundaries and you're going to start getting real about self-care. So this is much needed for you, Cancer. I think this is going to be one of those weeks that, while it won't seem like it at the time, it could actually be one of those really pivotal times in your life because of the changes you're going to make based on what you decide this week. You too need to watch your spending and get real about a budget and perhaps even a better job or a side job, side hustle, something to bring in money. And this is also true for retired or pensioned Cancer natives. You too are feeling the economy shrinking and you're needing extra funds. The ignoring it and it'll just get better on its own theory hasn't worked, and we don't see that playing out much this year either. You're going to have to bring in some extra money at least for a while to get caught up. Then after that, I think things will return to quote unquote normal. This is your kind of get real week. So a lot happening now, but nothing you can't handle. A very important week for you, Cancer. Leo, okay, this has been an interesting couple of months for you. And right now, you're in that stage where you're kind of looking at a blank canvas and you know that you can create so many different things. You can move in so many different directions, but it's not quite clear yet what you should do. And I think that you're going to get some revelations this week and some clarity around the next move. I think you need to be open to advice from people, whether it's trusted mentors or friends, or whether it's just a random song playing on the radio that moves you in a different direction or reminds you of something, or something that you're reading or watching a film or something on television that triggers a memory of something that you said you wanted to do or something that you were very keen on learning more about. So I think there's going to be hints from the universe and there's going to be helpful people this week that highlight the next step in your big plan. So be open and be aware this week, Leo. Oh, and it looks like your money situation clears up some this week. We see more money coming in. We've seen a little bit of money kind of dribbling in over the last couple of weeks, and we're going to continue seeing that forward motion this week as well. Virgo, this is a week where you're really thinking about love and relationships. Past relationships, what went wrong, what you did wrong, what they did wrong, what could have been, what wasn't. You're just really deep into that nostalgia as well as seeking answers and information. You have love on your mind, and some of you are thinking about taking your relationships to the next level. That could be moving in together, that could be having a child, planning a wedding. This is not something that Virgo takes lightly. When you make a commitment, you commit 100%. So while you enjoy your freedom and your independence, you've also been longing to find a deeper connection with someone, and someone that you could count on, someone that was an adult, someone that brought wisdom, knowledge, and security into the relationship. And I think you found that person. And if you haven't yet, then they're probably right around the corner. I think what you're doing this week is you're weighing the pros and cons, and you're also looking back over the past to decide if this is what you really want and if this is something that you can trust yourself on. Don't doubt yourself, follow your gut, and you will make the right decision, Virgo. Libra, as I said before, the 12th is the luckiest day of 2023 for you. Enjoy that day and make the most of it. This is an interesting week for you too, because your responsibilities are shifting. I think you're getting really clear at work about what you'll accept and not accept. You're not putting in extra hours. You're no longer working off the clock. You're no longer picking up slack for other workers or other people. You're getting really clear on how important your health is, how important your peace of mind is, and to maintain a happy home, you can't be exhausted 24/7. You want to go out, you want to date, you want to have fun, you want to party, you want to meet new people, you want to explore, you want to travel, and that's almost impossible to do if you feel so depleted and so run down all the time. So I think you're going to put in some boundaries this week, and I think that you're going to see an opportunity come out of the blue that could definitely change your life. And I think that'll probably be the day of or the day before of that luckiest day. So congratulations on that, Libra. The only other notable thing happening for you this week which that's a lot, right? Is that this is not the best week for you to travel, as it's just going to end up probably being more expensive than you had planned. Other than that, yeah, this is a life-changing day, a life-changing week, and everything only gets better from here, Libra. Scorpio, because of all the Neptune influence lately, you've been pretty much having second thoughts about some of your decisions. You may even feel like you're waking up to nightmares or walking through haze or fog. This is normal. Lots of people are going through this. You may feel like it's just you, but it's not. I think we see this week things start clearing up and you get your focus back and you start really thinking about the future in a different way. You're not as restricted as you've been in the past, and things are going to flow easier for you. I think that your dreams and your visions and your daydreams are trying to tell you that you do have more power over the situation than you think you do. That thing that's been bothering you, the thing that you don't want to think about or face, I think this is the week you handle that. And that's great. That's really good, because once you handle that, you're free then to get on with things. And that burden is finally lifted off your shoulders. So this is the week to take care of business. Do the hard thing first, and then things will fall into place. This will be a challenging week, but a week where you can really see some major changes and major positive accomplishments. You can do it, Scorpio. Sag, are you having some disagreements, or are you hearing from your friends and maybe even your family that you're not making the right decisions or you're not making good decisions according to them? Are you having problems or struggling with a lot of negative feedback or criticism from family or loved ones or friends? This is the week you really think about that and you start addressing this. Are they right, or are they just meddling in your business? This is the time you set some boundaries. Maybe you work on that relationship as well, and you get clear on the direction you want everything to go in. This is a time too when you're probably going to be very aggravated and agitated, so it's not going to take much to set you off. So just be aware of that. Be a little bit more compassionate to those around you, but also stand your ground and don't take any crap. Whether the people mean well or whether they're just being manipulative, you have to figure out. You have to come to that conclusion. And then you have to take action. And on top of all of that, this is another week to watch your spending and keep your purse closed. Don't spend, save as much as you can, and know that this won't last forever, but for right now, it's really important that you save money, Sag. But overall, Sagittarius, this is a week where you get clear on what you want and you make those big decisions. You got this. Capricorn, this is a week of endings for you. You're ending jobs, you're ending projects, you're saying goodbye to coworkers, you're saying goodbye to maybe a frenemy, or maybe even a romantic partner, because you're done. It's over. It's time to move on. It's time to start the next chapter. So while you may feel a little bit sad or blue over this, you're also excited because you know that this is the beginning of a brand new world for you, and you should be ready. I think you really are past ready. So this is actually a very powerful week for you, even though it may start a little slow. I think you're going to get a lot done, and you're going to grab onto those opportunities and start this new chapter with a lot of enthusiasm. So way to go, Capricorn. Okay, Aquarius, this is going to be a week that presents you with opportunities and challenges both. You've set some boundaries, you've decided what you want to do. Now the universe is going to test your resolve. And this happens to all of us. It's just your turn now. So you may feel like all the decisions you made now are kind of turned upside down because of new information, new revelations, the way people are acting, and you may even be questioning your own sanity this week. What is going on? Why are people so batshit crazy? Well, it's just one of those times. You're going to have to stand up for yourself this week, and you're going to have to let people know what you will accept and what you won't. And if you're feeling insulted, you need to let people know rather than just take it and internalize it or end up feeling bad over something when maybe you need to just talk it out. So at its core, this is a week where you get really in touch with your own feelings, your own emotions, your own desires, and you make some new adjustments, you set some boundaries, and you get clear on your forward direction as well, not just for this week, but for the rest of the year. So it's a very pivotal time for you as well, Aquarius, even though it's kind of topsy-turvy, especially in the beginning of the week. Also this week, we're going to see tempers fly around you and arguments begin over nothing. So do your best to not get pulled into any petty squabbles. No good will come from it. Don't hang out with toxic people. Make sure you have enough time for yourself. Next week will be much easier on you overall. So just kind of ride this wave, and if it's too much, just take time out, maybe, cancel some plans even if it seems like too much. But know that you got this. This is only a short phase, and it is actually going to help you make some bigger decisions later. Pisces, you may find that you've been spending way too much money lately and that it's time to slow down. So this is a good week to look at your budget and to think about the future and maybe get back on track with your spending. Overall, you've had a pretty good 3 or 4 months, and you didn't really even want to acknowledge it because you were waiting for the proverbial other shoe to drop. But it's okay. You can exhale. Things are going to be fine. You're going to continue on like this. But you just need to get your spending in order, and you need to, get clear on some other investments and things like that. And things are looking up for you. So enjoy this, Pisces. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this little mini reading. If you did, let me know in the comments section below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and being a part of the Serenity community. If you like this type of content, why not consider joining the community? You can click that button here, or becoming a patron. The link is down below as well. Thank you so much. I'll speak to you soon. Reiki blessings.